Okay, we just had a really spirited Andre 3000 conversation on Patreon.
That's true.
Yeah, we did.
Mm-hmm. Bad timing.
And he must have heard us.
For us pros, 3 stacks.
He must have heard us.
He saw my shirt.
Now, he showed up to the Met Gala with a piano book bag on.
Seemed heavy.
Yes.
Or light, I'm not sure.
Or awkward. At the very least, you're going to smack someone with a leg.
Yeah, for certain. And he seems to have dropped a piano project.
He did, and I listened to it, and I'm ready to kick its back in.
I'm here with you.
Yeah.
I was trying to not do
the
that.
The flute shit was cool. I can't really... It's like watching hockey or something. I can't really give no analysis on that shit.
That's how I felt.
Yeah.
It's like watching.
But keyboards now, I know a little bit about the fucking keyboard.
This was bad.
And that was bad piano playing. That shit was the horrible piano
Let me
playing.
thumb a little bell first, just a little bit. He did announce on his Instagram that this album was made 10 years prior to the flute album.
Don't care.
So no, but just so people know, he's not saying that this is like he's building on his musicianship. I just don't know why he released it.
He's trolling.
You think he's trolling for real?
Yes, I do. I honestly do. I think he knows the excitement of Andre 3000 new album is going to make people say, yo, is he rapping? Is he doing this? Is he doing that? I think he's just like fucking with people now.
So he's putting anything out.
But
that may be true.
He's doing whatever he wants to do, which he has the right to do. I'm not knocking that.
But why is doing whatever you want to do called trolling?
It's you're trolling your fans. You know what your fans want. You know if they see new project, they're going to, hey, we just want a verse. Give us something. So I'm going to give you everything but that. I'm not going to give you any words.
This person has not given you any indication that you will be getting words from him anytime soon.
I understand that. It's teasing.
So at this point, the fans, I'm saying, would be trolling themselves.
Yeah, I don't think he's trolling. I'll tell you why. In his announcement on Instagram, he even said, like, this was initially supposed to be titled the worst rap album ever because there's no bars on it. So he was preparing the audience by saying, look, there's no bars. Don't expect any bars.
I want to title it the worst rap album ever.
Yeah,
that's what he said, right?
That's what he was going to title it back then, but he held on to it and decided to put it out now. That would have been trolling
had he done that.
I think that would have definitely been trolling. But I think he decided not to do that and just put it out. I think it's more just the arrogance of an artist that thinks that no matter what their thoughts are, no matter what they do, we want them. Like that, and the world's entitled to hear them. Like this sounded like I remember being in a high school band.
Yeah.
And we would just, we mess around and make little songs. That's what it sounded like, the level of keyboard playing.
Man, this shit sounded like when I got the keyboard when I was 8.
Like a Casio?
The little Casio shit that you could make it be the drums if you want. You switch the instruments on it, and you just start fucking around. You don't have no idea what you're doing. Or
it was bad.
That's what that was.
There was a couple good chords there, and I feel like this was him learning how to play piano in real time and just release it to people.
No, this was him before he decided to learn how to play piano.
Nah, this is like he learned a couple chords from someone and it was like, all right, I can put this together, and sort of did, but it's bad. Like the dynamics, like he's hitting shit too hard.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to play the piano.
He doesn't know how to play the piano.
And the cover
or knows minimally how to play the piano. And I wouldn't be mad if he took this and was like, hey, person that is really good at piano, this is my idea. Can you make it good? And that might work. Right. But him doing it, bruh.
Yeah, the one song that didn't suck was the one where there was
all suck.
Yes, the song that sucked the least was the one that had the organ. I think it was track 6 or 7. It had like the organ playing,
Blueberry Mansion or some shit.
Yeah, number 5. It had some other things going on with it.
Nah,
and I still didn't like it. And then the one sort of chord progression that sounded good was just super derivative of a very famous jazz standard that's escaping me right now. But it just wasn't good. I've never seen an artist put out something where they're just bad at the instrument and said, "Hey, watch me play this instrument."
Badly.
It's only 15, 16 minutes, the whole album.
It was the worst 15 minutes of music I've sat down and listened to in a long time.
I listened to it for an hour. I listened to it on the drive up here because I was like, it's only 16 minutes. Yeah. And I hated every minute. Like, I played it again hoping it would get better.
Yeah. I did never playing this again.
I'm never playing this again, ever.
Oh, my God, man.
Never.
I hate all these niggas.
Why?
I'm going back to what I said, Dice. At this point, if you're buying these projects from Andre 3000 expecting good music, I think you bring that upon yourself.
Oh, time out. I ain't paid for this.
I streamed
it. He don't get a purchase. He's off that list. I need to hear this and say, oh, shit, he gave me something. Let me go support and buy that.
What I'm saying is this. Y'all are having a blast unpacking the
how bad this
sonics
is.
of it, right? And great, I didn't buy the Flute album, and I won't be listening to this, so
Flute album was
I
fire.
can't join that.
I didn't hate the Flute.
The Flute
I
album wasn't
I
horrible.
won't buy another one. The Flute album, he earned my respect enough. I didn't like it. It felt like I was getting a massage, but at least it was solid music. You know what I mean?
But part of art for me has to be the messaging and the intent behind it, and what it symbolizes. And I think in music is the only place where we condense art to just say, hey, it sounds good, sounds bad, it's trash. I don't know how that shit sounds. Because I don't wake up on the reg and put flutes and pianos on, so I ain't about to break I'm not about to break the tradition doing that with him. However, I think that this is back to my point in our Patreon convo with his album and how it wasn't no rap on it. I think he's one of the artsiest of the artsy.
For sure.
Absolutely.
And I think that now more than ever, we should be encouraging artists. You may not agree with how he did it, but we should be encouraging artists to not only do what's near and dear to their heart, but also to find a value in it.
I will say this.
Right?
What it made
go
me
ahead.
think of was, hey, it's at least nice to hear humanity. It's not heavily quantized. It's
On
not
what? The Flute album?
reprogrammed.
Like-
no, on the piano shit that we
It's
just
like
listened
AI
to.
and all of that shit.
Yeah, it's
Like
like this is
Jason.
definitively not AI, and that part I like.
Yeah, that shit is definitely.
But
not
it's
AI.
fucking bad.
Hey, I couldn't do that, yo. Hey, I
Now,
couldn't do that.
to your point, yes, in artists, we do want artists to explore and put their art out, but art is also subjective. So I could go to a museum and an artist who bust their ass painting that right there, I could still look at that and say, hey, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Wait,
And I'm entitled to that as a consumer.
and nothing in what I'm saying is trying to strip you of that right. So I don't want you to reply to that. I think anybody who's trashing him should trash him. I'm just saying, what if he finds who he's looking for? What if
As a patron?
Have at it.
Whatever it is that he's searching for and putting out these very eclectic, abstract projects,
I
right?
don't even think it's that deep.
And that's
said in
good
the-
for him if he does that.
What they said in
I'm
the
not mad
Flute
at that.
album, they said the Flute album, the whole entire album was at like 400 and something megahertz or 432 hertz, 440 hertz, something like that, which has been quote unquote proven to have certain healing principles and healing power. So if that's his bag and that's what he's in, then the flute shit might have had a purpose for him.
So you believe that, but you don't believe the Kendrick people looking into lyrics and shit?
If the flute people, if it's moving at a certain megahertz, then that could be proven. I don't know if that was his intent. And again, I'm not
That sounds.
I'm not saying that is it. I'm
That
saying
sounds
that's what the
intentional.
people are saying. But if that is the entire album is really operating on that frequency, then that might have been his purpose in his fan base.
I think that was intentional with the flutes, but with the piano in his outfit, it's like the cart before the horse kind of thing. I feel like the release of this album was simply just
To prepare y'all for this.
yeah,
The
exactly.
cover is that.
Exactly.
The cover is literally him with the sketch of the same shit he wore at the Met
because
Gala.
and also look at the timing. You know what I mean?
course,
Like that's
I mean,
exactly
he literally
it.
I
said
just
these-
want to say he has over 25 years of being intentional.
True.
Yes.
And highly eclectic.
You don't know him to not be
That's true.
intentional.
Yes, all true.
But this is still intent, but not for the purpose of
So that we know.
We don't
may
know
not
his
know.
purpose.
We don't know
may
his
not know.
purpose.
I'm just saying.
So we can't-
What I'm
so because
saying
we
is,
don't- go.
the consumer can say whatever they want. One thing doesn't negate the other. I keep saying that. Like shit on them. But the music business today will do everything they can to keep you confined.
Yeah.
Or in a box. They'll incentivize you. They'll pay you. They'll bring your friends along. They'll take you to a game. They'll give you a card. They fucking waltz you off your feet so you can stay in the box. So the very few times that we find somebody that's going to say, you know what? Nah, I'm going to do what I want. I find value in that. I'm
I
not
agree
going to
with
knock the nigga for that. And as a rapper, you know how frightening it is for a rapper to think, I can speak to this. Yo, you know what? I'm never going to rap again. Or I'm just not gonna rap at the clip I used to rap. I'm gonna take the thing I know how to do best on the planet and put it on the back burner.
That's provided
and now
for me and
find
my
something
family.
else. Dog, that is so bold and fucking courageous that it's like at that point, why do we care what the retired firefighter is doing with his time? If that nigga finds solace in being in the garage and sewing and selling it on Facebook,
Yep.
who are we to fucking say, yo, that's trash?
Neutral Budden.